Brian Tarian here. You're about to listen to a disability approval success story from Dawn, who had some really difficult conditions, and she was kind enough to share three things that she learned that she feels would be helpful for anybody else going through the disability approval process for conditions like fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, chronic pain. Hope you find it helpful. If you know anybody else that would benefit from this video, please send it on, and we invite you to join us in the comments. Thanks.
But first of all, congratulations for getting approved.
Oh, thank you.
I did have one last question actually for you. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but your case is, I guess, unique in some ways in that you have conditions that are self-reported, meaning that fibromyalgia, severe pain, rheumatoid arthritis are conditions that are not visible. It's not like you've had four, vertebrae in your back fused together. And cases like this are difficult to get approved. And I wanted to ask if you learned anything through the process, Dawn, that you would allow me to record an audio snippet of our conversation that I could share with others that might help them out with their case, make their life a little easier, help them get approved faster, get the benefits quicker. Anything that you learned?
Um, let's see. I did keep up with my doctors. I mean, I was doing that before I applied, but just to keep in touch with my rheumatologist. I still deal with pain every day, and I'm really limited in what I do. So I really need to keep in contact with my doctors and reach out. And my doctors, they seem to want to be able to help me, and there's only so much they can do. And I don't like taking pain medication, and I can only do so much physical stuff. So I'm reaching out to them a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's good to have that communication open with them.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting. When you say you're reaching out, what do you mean by that? Are you visiting? Are you doctoring? Actually going to appointments? Are you contacting them?
Yeah.
Or
I'm calling, and I am making it to my doctor's appointments.
mm-hmm.
We had a couple of years ago, I started having problems with my back, and we did find out that I had arthritis in my back, and it just seemed to steadily get worse.
Mm-hmm.
And just recently, I was telling my doctor, this is getting worse. I can barely stand. I can't walk very far, and and I just, part of my hip is going numb if I stand too long. And so we did try it. We had already tried the physical therapy, and she wanted me to take another x-ray, MRI of my back to see how far it progressed. And so now they just did and because of that, they did a shot in my back, and it helped, and now I can feel it wearing off. So I'm in contact, because now I'm thinking, or they told me that surgery would be another, I don't know, a part of the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so it's I'm just constantly keeping in contact, and they do call and check on me to see how I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have that good relationship with my doctors. And
It sounds like you have a really good relationship with them. Yeah. So your treatment process, you're proactive, is what I am gathering from what you're saying, rather than just show up next month. You're driving the bus, if you will.
Yeah.
Good. One other thing you mentioned about medications. There's certain medications, did I understand that you were saying, Dawn, that you were not able to take or chose not to take for certain
Um,
reasons?
yeah, well, one medication that was for the rheumatoid arthritis, it did not react with my body at all. And in fact, it made things worse. And and it was like over like a holiday weekend where I like had to suffer a whole weekend before I could actually go into my doctor and, they saw how bad I was and, so they had to immediately put me on something else and then we had to wait for that drug to like take effect and it did help. And
Mm-hmm.
for pain medication, because I have to drive myself. I'm the only one that in my house that drives. So I don't like taking pain medications that's going to affect make me drowsy or anything.
It
So,
doesn't blend well with driving.
right, yes.
Yeah. So are there medications, Don, that you were taking that you worked with your doctors and told them that this isn't working for me, that I want to stop taking it?
Yeah, there was gabapentin.
Uh-huh.
I was on that for my back.
Yep.
And then, and a long time ago I told them that I just let me see. I had been on prednisone for, I think it was since I was diagnosed in 2014, and I
Mm-hmm.
just got off of it this year. I was weaned off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that played a big part in weight gain. It's like no matter what I tried, I, I was limiting my intake on food. All I could do was just, up my intake on water. That was the only thing I could do for myself because I couldn't do any physical exercise. And now it's like I can feel. I still am not able to do too much, but I'm still doing the thing with the water, drinking as much water as I can during the day, and that seems to help is slowly bringing my weight down.
Good.
But the prednisone really packed on some weight for me.
Okay, so caution with prednisone. With your doctors, did you give reasons why you wanted to stop taking the medications, and do you know if they documented that in your medical records?
Um, I'm not sure. The last doctor I had, he moved out of state, but he was telling me that he wanted to wean me off of prednisone
Mm-hmm.
because I told him I had a problem with my weight and it's been like this for years, and I'm not sure if he had documented that, but we did talk about weaning myself off prednisone.
Okay. All right. Yeah, well, listen, I appreciate you sharing the tips about doctoring. Having a doctor is, part of a key part of the team concept for one, for good health, and then two, to get approved. If you don't have a good doctor that you can work with, then it's tough. So that's great. Great. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, these conditions that you have, again, they're difficult to get approved for. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.